What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another trade recap video. Today we're going to be going over the trades that I took on Tesla. It's Thursday, May 12th. Took two total trades, shorting Tesla for the pre-market low break. Both trades I only took 5 contracts and made $2,425. And this really shows that you don't have to push a lot of size to make great money. I know that some of the trades before I was taking 20 contracts and said that I felt a little uncomfortable. So I felt like backing off. And also it's extremely volatile times right now. So I'm totally okay trading smaller size, trying to get nice moves, and just make sure that if I'm on the wrong side of it, I got to get out of it quick. And if I do so with a smaller position size, it's not going to hurt that bad. So one thing that I really like to do is in heightened times of volatility, I make sure to trade a little smaller because those moves can be a lot bigger. And if I can get a piece of it, that P&L can be really nice. And today really proves that point. Between both positions, I never had more than $12,000 at work. So to be able to make $2,425 on only 12,000 bucks is a fantastic return. So now let's get into my newsletter watch list. Today I was watching Tesla, Apple, AMD, Facebook, and Disney. And for those who don't already know, this is everything that I'm posting on my private Twitter. 30 minutes before market open each day, I do an analysis of the overall market, all the stocks I'm interested in trading, and all the levels I want to trade around. If you're interested in getting access to this, there's going to be a link in the description below. And here was kind of the mental note that I tweeted before market open. I said the market remains weak, rips continue to get sold. It's not an easy environment, but great experience for newer traders. Stocks feel a little extended to the downside, so back and forth action likely to continue. Being patient and trading less is very important right now. And then to build off that last tweet, this is something that I posted on my regular Twitter. It's at the Matt Diamond if you're interested in following. I said that 2022 is a difficult trading year so far. It will separate the ones who are serious about this career and end the ones who are looking for easy money. Put in the work and persevere through tough times, or be like the majority and quit. It's up to you. And the reason why I really want to highlight this is because 2022 is a very difficult year. I know a lot of people are going to quit because it's not easy. If you got involved in 2020 and 2021, those were very easy trading years. This is why experience is incredibly important. You have to experience all different sorts of market environments to be able to navigate accordingly long term. The market doesn't just go straight up like it did the last couple years. It has times where it consolidates sideways and it even goes down like the current bear market we're in. You have to be able to experience all those environments so that way when you see the next one, you're not completely thrown off. And that's why being able to persevere through tough times is very important because every single trader goes through it. They have those moments where they're on the verge of quitting, and the difference between the ones who find success and not is that they don't actually quit. They can push through those tough times. They gain that experience for the future, which ends up being a great thing for their career. So just thought that this was something worth touching on because I know 2022 is going to push a lot of people out of the game. And then when we go back into a bull market, everybody who was involved will most likely miss that opportunity because they gave up too soon. So now let's get into the technicals and the why. I'll go over the overall market and then Tesla because that's the one that I traded. As far as the others, if you want to pause the video, read the analysis next to their daily charts. That'll give you a good idea why I was watching them. So starting with the SPY, another weak day yesterday. Rips continue to get sold and trend remains lower. Can bounce if fails to move lower, then reclaims prior day low and clears pre-market high. Has room to 399, 401. Breaks pre-market low and stays below. Bears can continue to remain in control. Has room to 385, 380. And now the Qs. So another weak day yesterday as well. Bears continue to remain in control. 5 red days in a row. Can bounce if holds up off the open, then reclaims prior day low and clears pre-market high. Has room to 298, 300, breaks pre-market low and stays below. Trend lower can continue. Has room to 282, 277. And now Tesla, so it was weak in the pre-market, but 5 red days in a row now. Feels a little extended to the downside. Can bounce if holds up off the open, then reclaims prior day low and clears pre-market high. Has room to 750, 760. Breaks pre-market low and stays below. Weakness can continue. Has room to 690, 680. So now let's get into the first trade on Tesla. So off the open, moved almost 17 points straight up, which felt a little excessive. And then it set the high. And then has that low at 700 with pre-market low below. The reason why I was okay taking this trade pretty quick off the open is because the first 2-minute candle had more than 1 million shares traded. So I felt like it was going to be an elevated volume day. And then I wanted to react to this aggressive move lower. So huge move higher off the open, engulfing candle. If it takes out the lows, breaks 700, which is a psychological number, and then it takes that pre-market low out, I felt like it was going to have follow through to the downside. Had that huge move higher off the open. It's now giving the entire move back below the VWAP and the 9 EMA. It's very volatile, so I'm going to trade small size to be careful. I end up going short. I took the 700 puts, only 5 of them, and I got filled at $20.95. So it ends up breaking 700, and I wanted to see this get below 700, stay below, break pre-market low, but very quickly it finds some support right around 698, starts to bounce. Just in case if this gets back over VWAP, starts to squeeze, I don't want to be a part of that. So immediately when I saw it bounce, I sold those contracts. I got out at $22.50 for a nice trade. And I was really quick to sell because it's very volatile and it's extended to the downside on the daily. So in case this happens to be a reversal day, I don't want to hold that and be patient. I wanted it to go very quick the moment it found some support, just to be safe. Get out. I can always reevaluate it if it sets up again. And that's exactly what happened. So got back above VWAP, but clearly sellers are still in control. Makes the new low, that 698 level low a day, also knowing that pre-market low is below. So I went short, giving it a chance again. I ended up taking the 700 puts, 5 of them, and I got filled at $22.80. Ended up making a new low a day and broke pre-market low. So that technical level, it really starts to speed up. Even though this did go a lot lower, I got a very nice move in my favor. Being that I'm a scalper, I'm always just going to take those quick profits. I ended up selling the full position on that move lower. I got out at $26.10 for a very nice move on the contracts. So now let's go check out the P&L. Those are the only 2 trades that I took. And when I can put up a morning like this, I am going to call it a day. I don't want to mess a good thing up. So I'm up $2,425, which is a fantastic day. That's a lot of money to make within the first 10 minutes of market open. And I did it on only 5 contracts, so not trading big size. So that was the trade recap. I appreciate you watching the video. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I just want to talk about a couple cool things that I have to offer. The first is going to be my newsletter watch list. This is exactly what I post on my private Twitter 30 minutes before market open every single day. I do a quick analysis of the overall market, the SPY and the Qs, if there's any major market news that day, and then all the stocks I'm interested in watching. It's usually 4 or 5, if there's any major news tied to them, and all the levels that I think are in play. To the left, this is exactly what I'm posting on my private Twitter. I make sure to add that newsletter. I take a screenshot of the charts, green line to the upside being long, red line to the downside being short, and I make sure to highlight those 2 levels above. This is everything that's going on in my mind and my game plan going into each market open. Also, I make sure to add a little mental note because every day is slightly different, and here's an example of that. And if you want something that's a little bit less of a commitment, I do offer a live one-on-one call for 1 hour. This is where you can ask me questions about my journey, go over setups specifically, everything that I've gone through as a trader. Whether you're beginner or advanced, this is a great way to connect with me. So if you're interested in my private Twitter or the one-on-one live call, feel free to go to callmattdiamond.com or check out the links in the description below.